Hey everybody, welcome back to Over Easy Farm. This is Eric. Today I want to talk about fermenting your chicken feed. Let's go. There's some huge benefits to fermenting your feed. The first one being you use less of it, save money. The second being it actually increases the bioavailability of the food and the nutrients within the food. You can get fermenting done in 3 easy steps. It sounds kind of intimidating. I promise you it's not. So step 1 is to get an appropriate container. It can be a 5-gallon bucket. It can be a food storage container. Just make sure it's large enough. To measure out your food for the container, the general rule of thumb is about half a cup per bird per day general feeding. And they say to cut that by 50% because of the swelling of the food during the fermentation process. I started out with that and it just wasn't quite enough for my flock, so I'm doing 75% of that half cup per bird per day. Next step is to add water. So step 2 is going to be to add water. You want to add water to where everything is covered plus at least 2 inches. Several inches is better. You can't have too much water, but you can definitely have too little. I add some sunflower seeds to mine, but let's go ahead and get it watered up here. All right. So part of step 2 is to make sure that you're stirring this regularly. You're wanting to stir it at least 2 to 3 times a day, just to keep everything mixed up, and we're going to do that for 2 to 3 days. On to step 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, step 3 is to cover your container, even if it's a bucket, with some sort of breathable cloth. Some people use cheesecloth and secure it with the rubber band there so it's good to go. Like I just said a second ago, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're stirring these 2 to 3 times a day. I usually do mine morning and evening. And then I line them up in a row here for when they're needing to be used. This is gonna be tomorrow's, the next day's, and now the new batch for the next day. After I feed them this one tomorrow, I'll rinse out the bucket and go ahead and repeat the step and just keep circulating them out. You can see, it might be hard to see in the video, but they do start to bubble up near the top there, and that's how you know it's done. It'll be done after about 2 days. I let mine ferment for 3 full days stirring it. You just strain it out using a basic strainer. I don't use this one anymore, but this is the skimmer strainer style that we use. We use a bigger one, and feed it to your chickens in the morning. That's all there is to it. If you guys have any questions, please comment below, and as always, like, share, subscribe, follow, whatever it might be, and we'll see you next time.